Hello, and welcome to another episode where I play Marvel Champions, the living card game made by Fantasy Flight Games. And in this episode, we will be facing off against the Mojo encounter set or scenario, and on standard with both the horror encounter set and the sci-fi encounter set. I also included into the encounter deck uh, the single card long shot ally, and when he pops up, he has a when revealed effect. Put long shot into play under your control. This card gains surge, and this effect cannot be canceled. So when he comes up as an encounter card or as a boost, I believe he will then come under our control. Does he have a boost? Any boost icons? He does not. So I believe when he's revealed, um, he comes under our control regardless. So this is going to be a pretty fun thing because we're going against Mojo with Spider Ham, aka Peter Porker. So basically, Mojo has captured Peter Porker and is forcing him to be on TV as the cartoon character he is. And he's putting him through a horror scenario and a sci-fi scenario. So we're gonna shuffle this up. Oh wait, no, we don't do that first. So we're gonna do the setup for Mojo real quick. Choose one modular set plus one additional modular set from the Mojo Mania scenario pack. Set them aside. Put the wheel of genre environment into play, spinning side face up. So we've done that. The wheel of genre has a force response after the encounter deck resets. If there are no set aside modular encounter sets remaining, the players lose the game. Otherwise, flip this card, and we'll do that if it comes to it. All right, so we're going to flip this over. Mojo Mania threats out at 25. It comes into play with 10 threat per player, and it has a acceleration of 1 per player. So when revealed, choose one set aside encounter set at random, reveal the show environment, and shuffle its remaining cards into the encounter deck. All right, so we're going to take just a regular token here and flip it. Heads will be sci-fi, tails will be the horror. So we'll take it. All right, it's heads, so it's going to be sci-fi. We take a Mojo Runner environment, put it into play, shuffle the rest into the encounter deck. I forgot to mention the deck we're running with Spider Ham is going to be a protection deck. All right, so we put this in here. Get this ready. Comes into play with 10 threat. Now let me read the Force Interrupt as well. The Force Interrupt for Mojo Mania is when a character flips or leaves play, move all threat from that character to this scheme. Okay. So we're going to be gaining threat on Spider Ham, and it's going to be going on to the main scheme. Mojo has a forced response. There's a lot of things happening in this scenario. So Mojo comes into play with 16 health on stage 1. Forced response, hero. After your turn ends, discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Place 1 threat on your hero for each card discarded this way that does not belong to the Mojo encounter set. So every time we end our turn, if we're in hero form, we're going to discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck, place 1 threat for every card that is not part of Mojo's original set. Do I have everything covered? Mojo Runner. All right. Each minion and ally gains toughness. When revealed, discard each other setting environment into play, which we don't have any right now. If this card was revealed from the encounter deck, it gains surge. So we ignore that for now. But every time we play an ally and every time we get a minion, they're going to get a tough. We already shuffled the encounter deck. Let's shuffle our deck and start the game. Peter Porker has a starting health of 12. He has a response after you make a basic recovery. Place 1/2 encounter on Peter Porker. And he recovers for 5. All right, let's draw our 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we got Cartoon Physics, Helicarrier, Team Building Exercise, a Swinging Web Pig, Silk, and our Superpowered Training. Well, I don't think we need the Cartoon Physics right now. I think I'd like to keep Silk. We don't need our Superpowered Training. Let's hope that we can get cards to play Team Building Exercise and Helicarrier. So we're going to discard Superpowered Training and Swinging Web Pig for now. We'll keep these 4. We'll draw 2. The Power of Protection and ham it up. Okay. All right. So we're definitely going to use the Power of Protection to play Silk, so we can go into the encounter deck and get rid of Shadows of the Past. Maybe use... Oh wait, I wanted to get rid of Cartoon Physics as well. Yeah, so I'll draw 1 more card. Okay, gets a Cartoon Physics. Okay, so okay, here's the play. All right, so we are going to flip up to Spider Ham. Spider Ham, each 2 encounter on Spider Ham can be spent as if it were a wild resource, and he has a response after Spider Ham takes any amount of damage. Place 1 2 encounter on him. So that'll be helpful. So we can, he's our own resource generator. First thing we're going to do is play Power of Protection, or use Power of Protection to play Silk. She is going to come in with a Tough because of our Mojo Runner environment. She, after you play Silk from your hand, if you control another Web Warrior, which we do, search the encounter deck for a Treachery and discard it. So we're going to go get Shadows of the Past and discard it. That way we don't have to deal with it. There it is. Then we'll shuffle the deck. Okay. Okay. We'll shuffle that in. Then what we will do is I think I'll hold onto the Helicarrier for this turn. Use these 2 resources to pay for Team Building Exercise. I will then thwart for 3, 2 from Spider Ham, 1 from Silk off of the main scheme, bringing it down to 7. Silk will take a damage and knock off her Tough. And then we'll hold on to Helicarrier. So then after we ready up, we'll draw up to our hand size of 5, which we get Spider-Man Peter Parker, Endurance, Rogue, and Petulant Pig. Okay. So our turn is officially ended. We do Mojo's Forced Response, discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck, and place 1 threat on Spider-Ham for each card that is not part of Mojo's original set. So he is going to get 3 threat on him. Okay. And then we do beginning of his turn, which is 1 goes on the main scheme, which brings it up to 8. Mojo's going to attack. I'm going to take it. So he's going to hit for 1 plus 1 is 2. So we take 2 and get a tune counter. And this card also has a boost ability. Place 1 threat on each character you control. So Silk will take 1 and Spider-Ham will take 1. All right. After that, we get an encounter card, which is Undercover Mojo. Has a hinder of 2, and it has a forced response. When Mojo would take any amount of damage, remove an equal amount of threat from here instead, and it has a crisis icon. So it comes into play with 4. And we can either thwart it off or we just attack Mojo to remove from there. Now it's back to our turn. I think the first thing I'm going to do is just play Petulant Pig. Stick out your tongue at the villain. The villain attacks you, draw 3 cards. So he's going to attack for 1. We're just going to take it. So 1 plus 1. We take another 2. All right, we get another tune counter. And then we draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. So we got a first aid, the symbiote suit, and organic webbing. Okay. I don't think we're going to play the symbiote suit right now. So we're going to use that to play endurance. Go up by 3. 1, 2, 3. We're back up to 11. So we have a total of 15 hit points right now. Don't have. All right, so we'll use Spider-Man, Rogue, and organic webbing. I think. Wait, hold on. Spider-Man gets +1 thwart. Okay, no, we're going to use Spider-Man and Rogue to play his organic webbing. And then we'll use Helicarrier to play first aid to heal 2 more damage, bring him up to 13. So we can just keep healing. All right. So I could have reduced this for the organic webbing. That's fine. So we're going to thwart. So we're going to thwart for 2 off of Undercover Mojo. Oh, we're going to thwart for 3, I'm sorry, because he has +1 thwart from the organic webbing. So we thwart for 3. Silt's going to thwart for 1. Take a damage. Come on, little token. All right. We're going to exhaust organic webbing and remove a tune counter from Spider-Ham. Ready Spider-Ham. He gains aerial trait until the end of the phase. So he goes down to 1. We ready him. He's going to thwart for 3 off of the main scheme. We're going to get that under control before we start actually doing damage. And then that'll be the end of the turn for now. Okay. We also do want to flip down because we don't want this to build up on our character for when it either just moves it, or if we do need to flip down, then we just thwart out right off the bat. So we're going to drop to 5. Hogs Wash. Night Nurse, Deflection, Huge Wooden Hammer, and Energy Barrier. Okay. We do Mojo's Force Response. We discard the top three. 1, 2, 3. So Spider Ham's going to get another 3. So he's at 7 right now. Mojo's going to attack. We're going to take it. So 1 plus 2 is 3. We go back down to 10. Get another tune counter. Encounter card. It is Supporting Actor. Comes into play with Tough because of Mojo Runner. It has a forced response. After Supporting Actor activates against you, place 2 threat here. Okay. He has 6 health. Alright, it's back to our turn. Well, I think Silk is just going to attack him to ping off his Tough, which is going to knock her out and move this 1 threat. I didn't do that. Yeah, so that's going to get another one. So that's back at 7. Right. So the threat from Silk moved. I got the initial one. What do we do here? Well, I'm going to remember to do this. Okay. Can I do both? I can. So I'm going to use 2 resources to play his wooden hammer. Okay. Then I'm going to exhaust team building exercise. Play a card from your hand that shares a trait with your hero, reducing its cost by 1. We're going to play Hog Washed. There we go. Remove 1/2 counter from Spider Ham. Loudly read the card's flavor text, which is pow, bam, whack, smack, and boink. Choose to either deal 5 damage to a minion or remove 5 threat from a side scheme. I forgot to get rid of this, by the way. Yeah, that should have been in the discard pile. So we're going to do 5 damage to the minion. Okay. We're going to hold on to Energy Barrier. That goes away. He's at 5 out of 6. We are going to attack the minion for 2 to knock it out. We're going to then exhaust the organic webbing and remove a tune counter to ready Spider Ham. And then what I want to do is probably flip down, move all the counters off of him, and recover up to 15. Put a tune counter. Yeah, so I'll flip down. All of the counters go on the main scheme. So it's now at 5, that's 11, 12, 13, 14. Let me see if I can get this easier here. And put that on. There we go. 5, 10, 14. So that's at 14. I'm going to recover for 5. Put a tune counter. And then end my turn. Drop to 6. Get another first aid. A first aid. Another energy barrier. Where are my attacks? Avengers Mansion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a deflection. Okay. Well, I think all we're going to really do is play Avengers Mansion. Okay. So the turn ends. That we only do this in hero form, so we don't do it this turn. One goes on the main scheme. So it's at 10, 13, 14, 15 now. He's going to scheme for 2 plus has a boost icon ability. Place 1 threat on each character you control. So he's only going to scheme for 2, which is going to put this. Yep, there we go. So that's 5, 10, 16, 17 now. And then we get our encounter card, which is Curtain Call. Move all threat from the character with the most threat on it to the main scheme. If no threat was moved this way, place 1 threat counter on each character we control. So we put 1 more on. We move that threat. All right, then it's our turn. Well, I pretty much think all I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to the energy barrier. I'm going to use these 4, play Avengers Mansion. I'm going to use Avengers Mansion. Got Med Team. Getting all of our heals, none of our attacks. All right, we got to start thwarting now. So I'm going to thwart for a 3. I'm going to remove my counter to Ready Spider Ham and thwart another 3. Okay. I got to get that down enough and start drawing into my attack so I can start doing damage to Mojo, because I'm pretty much set up here for big attacks. With the hammer, I just got to get 2 encounters now. Holding on to Med Team and Energy Barrier will help me build my 2 encounters enough without dying. So we're going to ready everything up, draw up to 5, Power of Protection, Petulant Pig, 3, 4, and a Swinging Web Pig. There we go. That's a good hand now. Discard. 1, 2. Oh, so that's not revealed. So I don't think this kicks in. Yeah. So we're just going to discard it. We're going to Grim Rule that to where he wasn't revealed. He was just discarded. So we put 2 onto Spider Ham. That would have been a nice card, though, to have right now. Do that. He's going to attack. We're going to take it. So 1 plus 2. So we go from 15 to 12. We get a 2 encounter. We get an encounter card. I didn't do that again. 1 needs to go on the main scheme. Encounter card now. Blob 3.14 comes into play. He has tough. And Blob cannot take more than 2 damage from each attack. Okay. It is our turn. So we have to hit him at least 3 individual times. That kind of sucks. So we're going to use our energy barrier and the protection, power of protection to play Med Team. Comes into play with 3 medical counters. We're going to Avengers Mansion. Double. Might as well start doing damage to him real quick. To Mojo. We can let Blob attack us because he only does 1 damage. So I will exhaust Team Building Exercise, use our double to play Swinging Web Pig, deal 6 damage to Mojo, bring him from 16 all the way down to 10. We're going to, we need to still thwart. So we're going to thwart for 3, take these 3 off, We're going to exhaust our organic webbing, remove a tune counter to ready him again. We're going to thwart another 3 off. We're going to keep that under control. Okay. After that, we still have Petulant Pig in our hand, which we're going to use. We're going to use Petulant Pig, stick out your tongue at the villain attacks you, then draw 3 cards. So he's going to attack, we're going to take it. 1 plus 2, we take 2 indirect damage. So he's going to hit us for 1. We get a 2 encounter. We're going to choose to take 2 indirect damage. I believe indirect damage is counted individually. If I'm wrong, please leave a comment down below, but I'm going to use it as indirect damage is individually given. So I'm going to gain 2 more 2 encounters. So I'll go from 11 to 9. After that, we draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. We have another swinging web pig. So we got our double, I don't think so, and swinging web pig. I don't think so is an event. It is a hero interrupt. When you reveal a card from the encounter deck, remove 1 tune counter from Spider Ham. Say, I don't think so, in your best Spider Ham voice, and cancel the effect of that card and discard it. So do we want to hold on to that or use it to play another web kick or swinging web pig? I think that's what we're gonna do damage. We need to start doing more damage. Before we do any damage though, I'm gonna remove a medical counter from med team, heal 2 damage from Spider Ham. Go back up to 11. Then we'll use our double, and I don't think so, to deal 6 damage to an enemy. Oh, we were supposed to confuse him, and we didn't. So can't confuse him twice. So we are going to just deal 6 damage. He'll go from 10 down to 4. He's confused. I want more counters. But don't want that threat to get too high. It's at 7 right now, which is under control. I think I can go a turn without doing it. So we're going to ready everything up. Put these next to each other. Drop to 5. Got Hangar Bay, Med Team, Spider UK, Deflection, and Captain America. All right. End of our turn. Discard top 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 more threat goes on Spider Ham. So he's up to 5. 1 goes on the main scheme. Mojo's going to attack. We're going to take it, which is 1 plus 3. So we take 4. We go from 11 down to 7. We get a tune counter. Blob is going to attack us. We go to 6. Get a tune counter. Then an encounter card. All right. Director's directions. When revealed, choose 1. Spend 2 different resources. Mojo schemes. Take 1 damage for each threat on your identity. If you take less than 2 damage this way, this card gains surge. We're going to have Mojo scheme. And he's confused, so he can't. And then it's our turn. So we need to... All right. We have 5 on us. There's 1 card in there. The genre is going to put the horror deck in there. We're going to heal. We're using Med Team for 2. We'll go from 6 to 8. We have enough counters to start doing stuff. We're going to Avengers Mansion. Draw a card. Another energy barrier. Okay. All right. So we're going to use energy barrier and hangar bay, exhaust team building exercise, play Captain America. After Captain America enters play, give someone a high five, place one tune counter on Spider Ham. Shuffle one Spider Ham card from your discard pile into your deck. So we're gonna go get. Let's see. I know we want the swinging web pig, but I just want to look and see what we have in here. We could ham it up and remove a bunch of threat. But how many is that? 1, 2, 3. So that's all of our swinging web pigs. I think there's another ham it up in there, but yeah, let's put the swinging web pig back in the deck. Okay. Shuffle this. All right. All right. Then what we're going to do is Captain Americat's going to thwart 2 off the main. He will take. Oh wait, no, he comes into play with a tough. He thwarts, loses the tough. That works. Okay. So he does not take any consequential damage right now because he came in with a tough. So we have a bunch of tune counters. We can remove 3 of them and just play Spider UK, which we're going to do. We're going to spend 3 tune counters, play Spider UK. When he defends against an attack, deal damage to an enemy equal to the number of Web Warrior cards you control, which is just the 1 right now, which is Spider Ham. Then what we're going to do is Spider UK is going to attack for 2 onto Mojo, bring him down to 2. He would have came in with a tough. He's going to lose the tough, so he doesn't take any damage. Spider Ham's going to attack for 2, 1 from his regular and the second from his hammer, knocking Mojo into his next stage. All right. Mojo's second stage comes into play with 18 health, and he has a when revealed effect. Place 2 threat on each friendly character. So 2, 2, and 2. Okay, so we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 threat on everyone on our side. So then his force response changes after your turn ends. Discard the top 4 cards of the encounter deck. Place 1 threat on your hero for each card discarded this way, not belonging to Mojo. So instead of 3, now we get 4 cards. All right. We are going to exhaust the organic webbing, remove a tune counter to ready Spider Ham. I really hope. How many cards. He has one card in here. Okay. So that's 2. I'll attack for 4. Okay. So we're gonna attack. We're gonna attack. We're gonna remove a tune counter, exhaust his hammer to add +2 to this attack. Yep. Okay. So he's hitting for 4. We're gonna bring Mojo from 18 down to 14, and then I think that will be the end of the turn. We will. Let's see here. Okay. We are at 8. So we can use deflection. Okay. So what we're going to do is end our turn. Everything readies. Okay. We have to do our discard. But first we draw up to 5. So we got an armored vest, the Daily Beagle, and a swinging web pig. All right. We do our discard. There's only one card left in his deck, so this is the only card that we're going to discard. Curtain Call. It is his card. We do not get any threat placed on us. So after this happens, after the encounter deck resets, if there is no set aside modular encounter set, the players, yeah. So we do have one. Let me see here. Which one says? Okay. Which one is the one that actually says to grab the other one? Otherwise, flip this card. Okay, we flipped the card. There we go. All right, now it's on wheel genre stopped. Forced interrupt. At the start of step 3 of the villain phase, deal encounter cards. Randomly choose one set aside modular set and reveal its show environment. Shuffle the rest of the modular set and place it on top of the encounter deck. Deal the first player 2 face down encounter cards, and then flip this card. Okay. So we discarded that on the end of our turn. We have to shuffle the deck. Place an acceleration on the main scheme. Okay, that's shuffled. We place an acceleration on the main scheme, which right now has 6. It is the beginning of Mojo's turn, which you get 2. One from the regular and one from the acceleration. Mojo is going to attack. We're going to have Spider UK defend. And when Spider UK defends against an attack, deal damage to the attacking enemy equal to the number of Web Warrior cards you control. So he's defending for 1 plus nothing. So he takes A damage. And Mojo is going to take 2 damage, 1 from Spider Ham, 1 from Spider UK. So he goes from 14 to 12. Now, step 3 of the villain phase, we flip this. We set this into the horror into play. Okay, so this will get discarded, Mojo Runner, and Mojo Files will take its place. We shuffle the rest into the encounter deck. And then we deal ourselves 2 encounter cards. Is that what it said? I have to read that again. Okay. All right. Start of step 3 of the villain phase. Deal encounter cards. Randomly choose one set aside modulo set and reveal its show environment. Shuffle the rest into the modulo set. Place it on top. Counter deck. Deal the first player 2 face down encounter cards and flip this card. All right, so we're going to get 3 encounter cards. So we flip this back over. If this deck runs out again, we lose. If that threats out, we lose. So we get 3 encounter cards here. First, second, and third. Okay. Let me read the Mojo Files environment real quick. Each minion gains Quick Strike. Each ally takes -1 consequential damage after attacking a minion. Yeah. Okay. So first encounter card is the Ice Toroid M. Each minion gains guard and patrol, so we have to get rid of this. Forced interrupt. At the end of the round, after the first player token is passed, the first player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion and puts it into play, engage with them, then shuffle. So, at the end of this, after the end of these encounters, we have to resolve this. This comes into play with 2 threat. Let's see here. Where's a 3? Ran out of tokens. Okay, so 2 threat on here. Second encounter card is the Kraken. So the Kraken, I didn't take the damage from Blob. I forgot to do that. So I would have taken damage from Blob. Got a 2 encounter. Lots happening right now at the end of this. Kraken comes in. We have to resolve Mojo Files. He has Quick Strike. He's going to do 2 damage to me. I get another 2 encounter. All right. Now that's done. All right. And the Kraken has a forced response. After the Kraken activates, each other character takes 1 damage. Now, after the Kraken activates, each other character. Now, character is everybody. So, does he attack his own people? I'm assuming he means everybody. So, everybody, in my understanding of the game, is each character is everybody. So, that'll knock Blob's Tough off. Mojo will take a damage. Spider K will take a damage. Ooh, that's not that one. Spider Cat will take a damage. Spider Ham will take a damage. Get a 2 encounter. And then that ends that. Okay, that's the end of that encounter. Now, Longshot comes into play. And he comes into play under our control. And he has Piercing. So, this one... Alright, now we have to resolve this, because that's the end of the round. Okay. So, the end of the round, the first player token... The first player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion, puts it in play, engage with them. Okay. So everybody has guard and patrol. So we can't thwart and we can't attack Mojo. All right, so we go search for a minion. Let's go get a squishy minion. Okay. All right, we're going to do something risky. We're going to go get this cultist. Okay. So the cultist has a forced response. After the cultist activates against you, search the encounter deck and discard pile for the Kraken, put it into play, engage with you. So the Kraken's already engaged with us. Then discard the cultist. So we're going to go get the cultist. He's going to immediately activate against us because he has Quick Strike. So he's going to attack us. That's too much damage for me. So the cultist is going to attack. Captain Americat is going to block. So he's going to take another damage. Okay. Then uh, let me see here. Do I just take the damage? Yeah, no, I'll just take the damage. Why would I let him take it? Because he's gonna attack. He's gonna activate against me and go away. Kraken's already here, so the Kraken won't activate again. So I'll take the damage. Get another tune counter. We'll discard him, and then it's back to our turn. I have to get rid of this so that they no longer have um, guard. So it's our turn now. I'm going to Avengers Mansion. We have a double. We're going to use Med Team to heal for 2, just in case something bad happens here. We have 5 tune counters to play things. We have a lot of threat on the board. So I think what I want to do, I have to do 11 damage. So I have a swinging web kick, so I can bring that down to 5. If I can thwart off this, ready Spider Ham. Let's do that first. Let's get everything ready to do that. So we're going to thwart Iceroid M, clear it. We're going to exhaust our organic webbing, remove a tune counter to ready Spider Ham. Then we can now attack Mojo because nothing has guard and nothing is stopping us. So we'll attack Mojo for 2, remove a tune counter, exhaust the wooden hammer, deal additional 4. So he goes from 11 down to 7. Yeah, we can win. I will have long shot attack for 2, bring him from 7 to 5. He'll take a damage. Yeah, we're going to ignore the Kraken and block. And then to do the finale is we'll exhaust team building exercise, use our double, play swinging web pig, deal 6 damage to an enemy, and confuse them. We're going to do 6 damage to Mojo, bringing him from 5 all the way to 0, and defeating him. That is a very engaging scenario where you have to remember to do a lot. Very fun though with the tune counters and keeping track of the thwarting. Very fun game. I hope you all enjoyed it. If I did make any mistakes, please leave a comment down below. I know I had to jump around here and there a bit, but we got there in the end. But I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one, and have a good day.